This is WT for TST, and tonight I'm honoured to be joined by George GFORCE Davey. How are you doing, mate?
Very good, thanks, Will. How are you?
Very well, very well. So, mate, first time on TST, what we like to do is go back through a bit of childhood and basically what it was like growing up. So, your story starts in Lanzarote. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, hit us. Not literally.
It started obviously in Lanzarote. Yeah, I was actually born in York. My mum and dad decided to travel Europe when I was, I think, 8 months old, and they happened to land in Lanzarote, and they obviously liked it, and they set out there permanently. I think, and first time I went into the boxing gym was actually, I think I was 12 years old, roughly, give or take. I didn't particularly take much liking to it, and then all of a sudden when I was 14, just decided to give it another go, and just really liked it, and brilliant. I can't get enough of it now. It's done me the world of good.
Tell you what, mate, that's brave of your mum and dad, to be fair. You're 8 months old, you've got an 8 month old. I've got three kids as well, so I know what that's like. Traveling Europe, and then that's brave, mate.
Yes, I'd say it's a very big step on their behalf. I think they went around France, all around Spain. I can't remember where else, but they just had a good time, and then obviously Lanzarote just really appealed to them. And I can't complain. I had a great childhood, so my hat goes off to them.
You got a nice tan from it. So was it your dad? Am I right in believing it was dad who got into boxing? Was he not a bit of a boxer, your dad?
Yes, he started boxing in York, where that's where he grew up. He boxed with Henry Wharton actually, briefly, not loads. They did a bit of boxing together. He was in the same gym, and I think my dad had quite a few fights, and he was actually quite good. Not many losses either. Didn't take it seriously because he liked travelling. He liked to do a bit of rugby, bit of all sorts. But yeah, my dad got me into boxing, and yeah, we used to just watch Manny Pacquiao together. He used to say, that could be you, and he implanted it in my brain, and I thought, yeah, you know what, that probably could be me.
So was the first time you got into boxing over in Lanzarote then, I take it, yeah?
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Well, like I said, I walked in the gym when I was about 12. Did it over summer. I enjoyed it, but I didn't think I'd be doing it permanently or anything like that. Just a bit of fun, and then I stopped it that summer. Then 2 years later, when I was 14, I just thought, I won't mind trying boxing again. And ever since I walked in that gym again, can't get enough of it, obviously. And my trainer out there, Dave Payne, he taught me a lot, and very grateful for that. Couldn't get too much sparring or too many fights in because it's a small island, obviously. But it came to a point where I thought, right, I had 4 fights, and I boxed the same guy twice. Then it came to a point where I wanted to get better and I wanted to go professional. That was my dream. And Lanzarote is not the place to go professional. It's a great place to have a training camp, but it's not a good place to turn professional. So my dad said, you're going to have to move over to York or England in general. So he said to me, Henry Wharton's just opened a gym in York. My gran lives in York. Why don't you go live with your gran for a bit, test the gym out, and if you like it, we'll go from there. And that's what we did.
And how old were you then?
I moved over back to York when I was 16, just turning 17.
So again, big step for you, I guess, without your mum and dad.
Yeah, didn't really want to move back, to be fair.
No, I only moved back. I would have made with the weather out there, mate. But it was for your career.
Exactly, big sacrifice.
So we're fast forwarding to 16 now. Then, so you've met Henry at this point, yeah? You're starting boxing amateurs. Talk about your amateur career. It was pretty decent, wasn't it?
Yes, Henry got me 50 fights. I wanted 50 fights minimum to then turn professional. I did Haringey. I was Haringey gold medalist twice. Danish Box Cup champion 3 times. The Eindhoven Box Cup, which is also an Olympic qualifying event. I won a gold medal there. Broke my jaw actually in the final.
In the second round, yeah?
In the second round.
You boxed all the way through and won on points.
I just thought I broke a tooth. I was like, Henry, I think he's done something to my mouth. Could have a load of crunching in the background. He said, "Oh, you'll be fine." Went to town on him. beat him. I really went to town on him in that third round, beat him, and then after my jaw swelled up. I knew I broke it when I started eating some food. I was like, I think that's broken. And did that one, gold medal there, and then Yorkshire belt holder, defended that 3 times successfully. Northern belt holder, I can't. Yorkshire champion 3 times as well. So on. Don't want to brag or anything.
No, mate. Hey, listen, people are interested in it. So, was GB squad ever something that you wanted to do, or?
I would love to have been on the GB squad, but just the timing wasn't right. Whenever I think boxing, first time I did the ABAs, I boxed. I think it was my 23rd fight. I boxed Harris Akbar. It was his 110th fight. Wow. Only 10 losses. So that was I actually really held my own against him. I was a bit nervous going in there with him. Big step for me, but I learned a lot, and I thought, I should have probably put my foot down a bit, and I reckon I could have done not I wouldn't say a number on it, but I reckon I could have really, we could have been close. But anyways, I still held my own against him, which I'm really happy about. And then I did the ABA another time, and I got beat by the winner, Harvey Lambert. I got beat by the winner in the Yorkshire finals against a split decision, very, very close. I thought it could have gone my way. They gave it his way. But silly me, I was in the steam room that morning.
That's what you've just got out of now, isn't it?
I need to stop doing it. But you live and you learn. And I was meant to fight for the English belt, actually. I won the qualifying event, the qualifying match to then fight for the final for the belt. I won the qualifying event, and then they never rang us up to go for the final, which is a bit odd. So just things happen in the amateurs, and it was a bit frustrating. So me and Henry said, right, we've had a good win in Haringey. I stopped my opponent in my 50th fight, and we thought there's no better time to turn professional than now.
So then we go straight into the pros. So about a year ago, yeah, roughly.
It was exactly a year ago. I think 3 days ago I had my debut.
Yeah, so that was Leeds Arena, First Direct Arena, on a Josh Warrington card.
Yeah.
I guess my question for you now would be, you're walking out in that arena with however many thousand Yorkshire screaming, what Yorkshire people are like, we're nuts. What's that feel like? So that's your debut.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous.
Was Henry worried about it or not? The amount of people that have been there or not?
Well, if he was worried about it, he didn't show it. He kept his cool. That's one thing about Henry. He'll never break. He'll always keep his cool, and you want someone like that in your corner. You want someone to just be calm around you. You don't want someone panicking. So Henry just walked me through it. Just told me it's going to be fine. All that sort of stuff. But me being me, I was nervous. Just my debut. I'm fighting in front of 11,000 people, and 500 of those people are my friends and family that I've sold tickets to. So it was a bit nervous. So anyway, I'm on the little podium bit when you're about to walk out, and as soon as you walk out, that's when they can see you. So the music started playing, and they said, "Walk in your own time." So I'm there. I'm like, minute passes. I'm like, okay, now it's time. So I walk out, and I see the people. They just cheer me on. Oh, goosebumps. It was very daunting, but also very exciting. Got in that ring, and you don't forget about it, but you just think, right, now it's time to forget about everyone else and just do what you have to do.
Go to work. Exactly. And you won every round of that fight.
Yeah.
But then within a month, or just after a month, you've got your second fight. You deal with that again, win every round. And we're fast forwarding a bit here, so you're welcome to fill in any blanks. But then we're going from one extreme, the Josh Warrington card, to your most recent fight behind closed doors. Magnitude of the fights, arguably, probably more this one here with Josh. What does that feel like? Same question, really. You're walking out with nobody there, or a couple of people.
Yeah, well, it was a bit nerve-wracking because I was 10 months out, like everyone else, of course. Everyone's in the same boat, but as a prospect, I think you want to be out all the time, don't you, really? So I was there thinking, am I going to have ring rust, all these negative thoughts? But I thought, try and push those thoughts aside. But no ring rust got in there, and I dealt with it. But no, I know I know what you're trying to say. Walking out again, it was a weird experience because then again, there's no one there apart from all the officials, Frank, David Haig in the corner. You're thinking, oh wow, all these top celebrities, but then there's no crowd or anything. But then there is a big camera in your face, so you think the world's watching.
But they
But
weren't, they? But they were, and that's the bit. That's the other question.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it. I'd love to do it again, which I will hopefully.
I'm sure you will be, mate.
I won't mind boxing in December. To be fair, if they want to put me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep getting out.
Exactly.
I tell you one thing about you. You're just a nice lad, aren't you? Yeah. You're down to earth. You're just a nice lad. Now, the bit that it seems to be at the moment with boxing is that if you want to have the big fights, and I know they're down the line for you, you're calling people out on Instagram, on social media. I can't see you being like that.
If they want to call me out, they can call me out, but I'm not going to entertain it.
No, just stay true to yourself and not play games.
I'll respect my opponent. I'm not going to start dissing him. I'll let my, as cheesy as it sounds, I'll let my fist do the talking.
Yeah, you're right. That does sound cheesy, but we'll go with it. So 3-0. Realistically, how quickly are you wanting to get through that field? 154. Some big names in there.
Yeah, there's some very big names in there, but we can do it 100%. I've got a great team around me, so there's no doubt in my head that I can't do it. As long as we take the right fights at the right time, we'll definitely get there 100%.
So let's look at what you're about. I think you're about 72 in England. I think. So how will you and Henry stage that? Do you just go, right, actually, let's go to, I don't know, 50 and then go to 25? Or do you get involved in any of that, of who your opponents are, or do they just take that off the table for you?
I let Henry do everything, and he'll ask me. But I'll usually say whatever you think's right, to be honest, because he's got a very good judgment. Whatever's going on, I think whatever he says is the right thing to do, to be honest, because he's been there and he's done it, so can't really argue with that. But basically, the way we're staging it, I guess, is just take every fight as it comes, get better gradually, work in the gym, and then, our next fight, we're hoping to go maybe 6 rounds, and then go from there, fight better opposition each time, and just move up the ladder.
So you're relatively new to the pros. Is there any boxers out there, past or present, legends, that you would emulate or try to study?
Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard. Definitely. He's the one.
What, he's your hero, is he?
He is definitely my hero. Well, I've got a few, to be honest, but old school Sugar Ray Leonard. Unbelievable.
And what about more recent ones? You mentioned Pacquiao before.
Yeah, definitely Pacquiao's a legend. Can't deny that. But more modern time, I'd say possibly very good. He's just retired, actually. Andre Ward. He's a hero. I love that guy. In and out of the ring. I think outside he's great. He has a great persona. And then boxing world champion right now, that's really good, is Caleb Plant, super middleweight world champion.
Yeah. I'm trying to get an on, mate, but I just can't get hold of him. He's a tough guy. Right, mate, that's it really from me. There's a few questions how we always finish these up, and some of them are pretty strange. Yours are all right. There's this one girl, she's always messaged me, ask this, and it's always about chocolate, but she's changed it today. So Emma wants to know, when you're not in training, what are your top 3 favourite puddings?
Puddings. There's 2 places I go to in York. One guy, his name's Baker Boy. On Instagram is Baker Boy York. You should look him up. He does all these brownie tray bakes, cheesecakes. So my girlfriend, she'll get me one of those after my fight. That's one. And there's this indulgence store not far from me. They do waffles, pancakes. We usually go there. And then the last on my list is Lotus Biscoff. I love that stuff. Lotus Biscoff ice creams. I had 3 of them the other day, actually. Don't tell anyone. Lotus Biscoff spread. Oh, you've got to try it. It's unbelievable.
What's amazing, right, is every time any of these questions, it's normally from Emma, to be fair, is asked about chocolate puddings. You guys get like all the other ones, they come alive. I had one the other night. It was Maxie Hughes. He was like, chocolate Snickers, and oh man, honestly, it's
no, not Baz. It's got to be a genuine dessert.
proper pudding. Right. Ash wants to know, are you planning any more tattoos? And which is your favourite that you've got so far?
I'm definitely keen to have more tattoos. An idea of mine has been, it's a bit strange, but I think it would look really cool, is an octopus wrapping itself around my forearm. I love octopuses. Growing up in Lanzarote, going diving, I've seen them. They've really freaked me out, but they also they fascinate me at the same time. So I wouldn't mind getting one of them. And favourite tattoo, I've got a few, to be honest. They're all unique. I've got a dog on a surfboard on my foot. That's quite sentimental. I drew it myself, so maybe that one.
Well, you can draw, yeah.
Not very good. Give it a go.
And the last question, mate, is from Alex. What's your favourite sport outside of boxing?
Can I have two?
You can have two, mate.
Surfing.
One surfing. I'm going to say you've just mentioned Lanzarote. You can't really go there and not surf, I guess.
Surfing, and the second one, ping pong, table tennis.
I play more tennis, to be fair, than ping pong. Ping pong's hard.
It's very addictive. Once you get it, it's addictive.
And that's it, mate. So, anything from you for the viewers or for your sponsors?
If you get a chance, follow me on Instagram to follow my journey, George Davey _97. That'd be much appreciated.
Happy days. Thanks for your time, mate. Speak to you soon.
Much. Cheers, Will.
Cheers, mate.